We're getting into some good details and we're getting into some good information, which I think is one of the main points of both of these respective shows is information to people. We talk about, we're discussing what kind of unity it would take for us to get a leg up, which I see you're very big on, which you guys are very big on. There's downfalls to trying to unify. All skin ain't kin. You dig what I mean? There's people in there who are not about that life, who literally just want the sexy jobs, and the second they get a little bit of something in their hand, they're gonna break out and fuck up the batch for everybody else. What's the process like weeding people out? People come to you for information all the time. I know somebody has stepped to you, and as soon as he opened his mouth, you smelled he ain't it. Like he's going to take what I give him and do some bullshit with it.
I think both of us, like, we're really observant people, and you can kind of, if you watch somebody and you watch their characteristics, their mannerisms, you can kind of get a good vibe. People that's like overly salesy, overly pushy, hustler type of vibe, like, that kind of gives me a certain level of anxiety. Me personally,
you guys don't consider yourselves hustlers?
Well, there's a difference between being a hustler and just overly, trying to do it like a hustler, because we just get to it every single day.
Right.
But
Salesman.
I'm not like, I can do this for you. I got this opportunity right here. Just give me the play. Like, no,
bro.
Right. Talking mad fast.
I grew up with something. Oh yeah, I was over there with
Let me tell you what y'all need. Let me tell you what y'all need. You know what's funny though? I hate the word hustler.
Why?
I just hate it.
Why?
I just don't like the connotation of it. I don't like when it's said to me. Because if I feel you're a hustler, that means you're going to hustle me and do whatever the freak you going to want to do just because, for the cash or for the bag or for however you want to say it.
Man, Jay.
I just want a businessman.
Man, Jay, I hear what you saying.
You forgot where you came from?
Y'all hustle the shit out of the gap. Y'all hustle the shit out of the gap.
I just hate that word, man. Because I'm saying, like, we could do better, bro. I just want a better word. That's what I care.
I mean, as far as the appeal to the younger generation, they hear hustler, they hear somebody that's getting to it. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's their definition. Mm-hmm. Somebody who's figured out a way to get up out of their situation by being smart.
Yeah, it's like a scrambler. Like you just scrambling. Like you get into it. I think it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's about how you do it. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like if you're doing it by being dishonest, if you're doing it by being sneaky, and like, those are characteristics that if you can sneak one person, you can sneak me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I always look at it. Like, you can't just say, okay, like, I'm gonna get over on this person, but I'm gonna do good business. I'm changed. I'm gonna do good business with you.
Right. Yeah, I think it's the grind though, right? Like, it's more of the grind than it is the hustle.
Ambition.
Right? Yeah, like, people have to have drive, like you said. They have to have that ambition, and we can see that. Right, like when somebody comes with the, hey, here's a proposition, let me do this for you. It's like, all right, well, what's the real value? What have you done for yourself first? What have you done for yourself? Like, how that's going to tell us a lot about if you can add value to our situation. Because everybody that we have around us, they have to add value, or they're not going to be around.
Totally agree.
There's no point.
How important is your circle? What do you guys circle?
It's everything.
Like,
for us, as people that we know personally, for the most part. I mean, now it's changing, but mostly everybody that is employed by our company is people that we either grew up with or we're related to.
Same shit. Same shit.
That's official.
So,
same shit over here.
You got a lot of business owners that say they ain't gonna mess with their family or friends.
Because the popular saying is family will do it to you first.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just you got fucked up family. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Basically. No family standards.
It's not to say that it's not to say that you employ every single person in your family.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people, they might be your family, but that's not the person that is good to be an employee. But some people are your family and they are good. So I always look at it like, if I'm gonna trust somebody, I'm gonna trust my family before I trust anybody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my sister, she's my assistant. Like, I know her my whole life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I trust her. I trust her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, why would I go out of the way when I can stimulate her economy? She can help me, and now we all helping each other. We're related, so I'm gonna see her. I'm gonna speak to her all the time anyway. So if I'm gonna have to have somebody where I'm gonna rely on, somebody that I'm gonna trust, and somebody that's gonna get compensated, I'd rather it be somebody that I know personally, that's a family.
But we can't front that it's hard to discipline your friend or your family. I'm not saying discipline like discipline, but you know what I'm saying? Yo, you fucked up.
It goes back.
It's not hard, right? Because like, and we've had to deal with this. It's like conversations have to be had, and if they're uncomfortable, they're gonna be uncomfortable.
Right.
But they have to be had, right? You don't want to put somebody in a situation where they don't have a skill that you want them to do, because it doesn't help anybody, right? You're gonna have an expectation of them. They're not gonna meet the expectation. How long can that go on? Before it's a strain.
But will friendship have you doing things that make no sense business wise?
Sometimes you'll have more leniency, right? We've had situations where it's like, yo, if this dude wasn't our friend, there's no way we would even give him a second chance. But we will, because we have that relationship. And there's other times where it's like, look, let's end this now, because if we don't end the business, we won't have a friendship.
You
know what I'm saying?
Did you end it and keep the friendship?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the thing about it is, it's like communication is very important. We have to be careful how we speak to each other in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are incarcerated or dead because they didn't properly know how to communicate. You're raising your voice, doing hand gestures, different things of that nature. And it's like you do that more often with somebody that you're familiar with. Like, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to somebody that you're not familiar with. So it's like, how do we de-escalate a situation? How do we listen to somebody that we don't agree with? How do we say sorry? How do we accept somebody's apology?
Huge.
Like, these are all things, especially as Black men, these are all things that conflict resolution is something that's extremely important, and it's not taught to us. Young boys don't know about conflict resolution. Men don't know about conflict resolution. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is something that's extremely important, especially when you're working with people that you know, because it can escalate very quickly.
So let's tap in on that. Jay, we know you from rocking with 4 dudes, and y'all got 30 years. I know there's been conflicts behind the scenes, but we don't hear about them FUBU boys beefing with each other.
Because we honestly, and we got this rule, like we started from day one, that we just keep our shit together. Like, we just keep it, we won't, go against the brand, because the brand is bigger. We fuck the brand up now. Nobody getting any checks. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we look at the bag first.
That's a fact.
How do you squash it? Like, I know the
Well, how we to be honest, how we used to really do it was, we respect Dame as Dame. Like, okay, so it's him, then it's me, then it's Keith and Carl, kind of on the same level. You know what I'm saying? So Dame and I usually honestly do all the fighting. To be honest.
Over what?
We do all the fight. Just over anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything. Like, I remember having a fight over white, the color white.
Wait, what?
Wait, break this down. You gotta break that down.
All right, so check this out. Check this out. Hold up. I need some props.
He just told the floor to hold his beer.
Check this out. It's party. This is not white.
Off-white.
It's off-white.
Right.
I thought it was cream.
That's off-white. Not cream yet. A little darker than cream.
Yeah.
All right.
This is white. If I ship this and I ship that, you're going to put the shit on and be like, your shipping ain't right.
It's not matching.
Right. I wouldn't wear this hat with that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So Dame was like, yo, it's white. What you talking about? Like, bro. Yo, I see, listen, I can't see to save my life. If I go outside, take these glasses off, I can't see shit. But I see color amazingly. So I know that's that. Like, I see color better than like half the people in the United States. Whatever. I can make colors. Like, that's what I do. But I'm telling you, bro, like, that's not white. If I ship that in, yo, it's you extra. And I'm like, yo, so literally to the point everybody walked out the room, we still fighting. So in the end, now he's over me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's over me. Now, I come from the military, so like my superior officer. Even though we partners, he's still my superior officer. I gotta listen. So I'm like, all right, I hear you. All right, you got me today. So I go, right? Now I run the division. I run all the design. You think I ain't switch that shit?
You the superior officer in that department.
Because they in the end, it would have been on me.
Right.
Oh, you fucked up.
Right.
Even though you told them.
Even though I told you.
Right.
That's a few valuable lessons. Governance, respect authority, but then also make executive decisions. So he respected authority, he respected the governance, but he made the executive decision.
Right.
But what happened when he found out that you switched it anyway?
He ain't know.
Yeah, he probably.
Right now.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.